HD brakes on the standard cab, baby. Welcome back to the brake series. This will be our third part, final part of the brakes. We've already done the rear ABS delete, master cylinder, do the complete rear brakes rebuild, and now we're going to do the front. So this is an 89. So from 88 to 94, they all had, well, you had an option of a standard brake or a heavy duty brake. This has the standard. In 95, I guess GM got smart and just put the heavy duty brakes in all their trucks. So when I bought the truck, it came with spindles, but they were for the heavy duty brakes or the extended cabs. All the extended cabs got the HD brakes. So instead of just buying new spindles, I needed new brakes anyways, so we're going to convert this to heavy duty brakes. So we're going to get heavy duty calipers and heavy duty rotors. The bearings are different. Obviously, if we put new spindles on, it just makes sense to put new bearings in anyways. So that's where we're at, and so let's get started. Alright, so I've already done the dirty deed of taking the tire off. I got spacers on here. They're Jeep wheels, so obviously they sit in further. It's like a front wheel drive offset. So we got spacers. So I already got that all out. So all we really have to do is take the caliper off, drop the ball joints, tie rod. I don't even think I'm going to take the rotor off because I'm not using it. And we'll just take the spindle with rotor completely out. I do have new hoses we're going to put on it. So we're going to get new hoses also. So hoses, the HD and standard take the same hose. So luckily we don't have to worry about that. And so hoses, calipers, spindles. I've already done new ball joints on here, so I'm not going to use the pickle to separate it. I'm just going to loosen them and bang it with a hammer till it drops. Alright, so I'm ready to pull this whole assembly out. I'm just going to take the hose undone, bring the hose out, keep it attached. So I'll go in the scrap pile. So what I'm going to do first is get my new hose out and ready. I may even attach it to the caliper first. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and attach this to the caliper. Alright, so I have this whole assembly ready to come out. I'm keeping everything attached. I don't need any of it. You know, we got the new caliper, we got the new rotor, got a new hose. So I also have the hose detached from the control arm. So I'm ready to take this nut loose. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and attach my hose to the caliper. So I'm just going to kind of line up how that sits. Y'all see this? L means left, right? Look at the bleeder valve. Glad we caught that now. So we're going to put the right one on the left. So looking at it, the hose is going to connect this way. So I'm going to pop that out, put that on. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tie up my caliper over here. That way it's hanging and out of the way. Okay, I put it on wrong. Okay, so I put the hose on wrong. You want it goes like this. It's totally a flaw on my part. Okay, let's take it apart. We'll get this top control arm pulled up. Beautiful. Not exactly sure how I'm going to do this. I'm hoping I can just pick it up, set it on that, and lean it up against something. Well, you know what? We do have to take the rotor off because we have to get the dust shield out. You've always wanted to do that, right? Grab the grease and hit your rotor. Now's your time. Oh, scrap pile. Here we go. Let's see what's holding our dust shield on. Definitely looks like 12 or 13. 13. Okay, now as we were, spindle out. Spindle on. Alright, so I'm not going to make the same mistake again. This is what we're going to do. See right here? See how we can see that? I'm going to tighten this one down so I can get to it this way. I'm going to do the same when I get up here. So I'm going to tighten this one down now. Because when it's hidden back here, you know, when the line is going this way, it's a pain to get through. So. Get off that oily protective coating they put on it. I'm only going to worry about this side right now. I can get to the other side later. New bearing, new race. They come with a new race, so I'll do that. Alright, so I ran into a problem. Got the new spindle on, as you can see. But the bearings would not go on, kept stopping. So I actually went to the store, took the other spindle, and it's the right bearing. So took some MMO. It's my favorite to use with emery cloth. Wrapped it around, sanded it for about 15 minutes, I guess. I used 180 grit. I didn't want to go to the 80. But now it slips on. So let's get our rotor out and let's put our rotor on. Alright, I already got the bearing greased up. Got the seal just about in position to go in. Okay.
Okay, let's grease up our outer bearing. Plenty of grease on here. Just like to throw a little extra in there. Okay, we can move on to the brakes. That would be the caliper, pads, hose, all that fancy stuff. Some new bolts. Everything is dry inside. We're going to put some grease down here. That way when we put our bolts through, it'll lubricate these the bolts, but I think I'm going to actually just put some right on the bolts. Alright, let's load our brake pads. So there are your divots here, so these are going to slide on that. Lock in place. These are just going to lock in to the piston. Slide it on all the way. Just loosely hang our hose out here. There we go. Alright, go ahead and put this on. The bleeder cap off. I'll go get a wrench in a minute. I just want to get this cracked open so when we'll get this cracked open so when we put the line to it,
kind of let it gravity bleed. I'm just going to use the bottle to collect whatever it's bleeding out. So we have our hose ready to go in. Alright, here we go. Line out. Line in. Hair and eyeball. Okay. Now we can watch the bottle. No, the clear hose would have been ideal, but this is what I got. We'll sit here and watch it, and while we watch it, I'm going to go grab an 8mm wrench. You can watch the bottle. Check the reservoir. I'm sure we're going to need to add fluid. How are we looking? Oh! Guys, collecting fluid. We're collecting fluid. Oh, it's popping bubbles. I don't know if you can see that. See popping bubbles? Oh. Okay, let's just keep it down.